I'm Mandy Young. I am the founder and development director of Adrenaline Alley in Corby. The charity's been alive now for 15 years with 80,000 visits a year. We have 105,000 individual members. For us, it's about this being in the community to help the young people be able to skate, inline, scooter, just in a safe environment. I've had two children, John and Jodie, and my husband Paul, he's the operations director at Adrenaline Alley. I had John at the age of 22. I was living in Corby, and John was born a very healthy baby, but unfortunately became ill at the age of 2. For 7 years, we were in and out of hospitals, and at the age of 9, John was finally diagnosed with a brain tumour. So he underwent some quite serious surgery. He then went into chemotherapy, radiotherapy. He then decided that he was going to start skateboarding, and Nikki, who is my manager at the moment, became his friend. He was a neighbour of ours, and he was a very avid skateboarder. And John just loved the fact that you kind of got this instant respect. You know, you're on a board, we don't care that you look like you've got cancer, we don't care that you're yellow and got no hair. You're on a board, mate. You don't have to be good, you don't have to be bad. To John, that was massive. Unfortunately, when he did get back into school, there were some local thugs who met John out one night when he'd been to a music lesson, and they targeted him because he had a skateboard. They knew who he was, they were at school with him, they knew he had a brain tumour, but the fact that he had a skateboard was what their attitude was. Well, you've got a skateboard and you're going to die anyway, so we'll help you. That was their words. So I said, what do you mean, John? You're just out skateboarding? And he said, yeah, but there's other groups in the town that don't like us because of what we do. The residents don't like us because we, break up the curbs. The police don't like us because they're having to move us on all the time. So we have nowhere to go. That was the ultimate goal for them, was to have somewhere safe and secure, that they could go and do their sports without fear of intimidation or bullying, and just really be able to pick their board or their bike up and go and do what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it. I was probably about 3 years into developing this building when, unfortunately, John passed away. He fell asleep and just didn't wake up. It was very, very sad, obviously, but I've been very, very fortunate that people have understood John's story, and that story was, and still is today, why the charity is such a success, and we can't ever forget that. All of the things that we do at Adrenaline Alley are part of the mission to keep young people engaged in the sports because they love it and they want to improve, not just in the sports, but also in life.
My name is Sean Scarf. I run 414 skate parks, and we've been building skate parks for 14 years, and we build parks, ramps, equipment for all sorts of stunts. And we got involved with Mandy around about 12 years ago, I think now. Kids that come here to Adrenaline Alley have got a really big choice of what they want to ride. This is the biggest place in the UK. You know, if they're skateboarders, if they're scooter riders, if they're BMX guys, if they're on inline skates, it really doesn't matter. They can come here and there's a ramp, there's even a room for them. So we've had the vert ramp for some years now at the skate park. As amazing as it was before, the request that we'd get from skaters would be, oh, wouldn't it be just perfect with Skatelite?
I was talking to Sean, who's our ramp builder from 414 skate parks, and he said, have you met Scott, who deals with Skatelite? I emailed him and said, look, you know, we're the biggest and the best in Europe. You know, we really need to start thinking about how we can improve the quality of our ramps, but we don't have the money as a charity. What is the chances of being donated some Skatelite to resurface the vert ramp? I had to get Sean to sort of fit it for free almost. We just did it, and we've managed to get the riders to comment on it and give us some feedback, and to be perfectly honest, the feedback has been amazing. We have secured funds to actually make the park disabled friendly. John was in a wheelchair for a long time. He experienced what it was like to be in a wheelchair, and he understood the barriers for people who are disabled to be able to go out and do a lot of activities. Out of his life, out of his difficult life, all of this good came. And we want to make sure that it is accessible to everybody, irregardless of their colour, background, affordability, capability, age. There's no barriers. Just come to Adrenaline Alley and see it for yourself.